Tonight's version of the battle. The score big goals line starts off, and we are underway. Back inside of the offensive end it goes for the Ottawa 67s. Below the goal line, being chased by Luca Pinelli. Erie will move this one up as it finds its way up to the left wing side. Put up in the air by Thomas Sermon. Up and out of the zone it comes for Colby Saganuk. Saganuk won to feed it to Kyrou. Denoza will put a glove on that. Ville Predators in last year's draft. 124th overall, playing in his 142nd career Ontario Hockey League game. Nothing to wince at by any means. Up and out from the left wing side, here's Derek Smythe. Smythe is that one bounced on net for Nolan Lalonde. Lalonde has a lot to prove in tonight's game after a outing that he was more than disappointed by in his last appearance in that Owen Sound series. This one bouncing toward the front of the net, and skating around was Cooper Foster in the area. No, excuse me, Vincenz Rohr, as this one finds its way in. 1 minute to get one through. Vincenz Rohr from the left wing side, put it in the slot, and Luca Pinelli knew where to put it. Puck drop from the wide side. No shots in the first 4 minutes and 10 seconds for the Erie Otters, and a 1-0 lead for the Ottawa 67s as Luca Pinelli has the goal. Up through neutral ice, Smythe with it. Smythe entering in from the right wing side. Erie looking for it as Elias Cohen goes back behind. Cohen moved up. Spencer Sova has it. Foster will take it. Spence sends it out of the zone. And this one will continue its journey downward as it finds its way inside of the defensive end of the 67s. Entering back in, Cooper Foster sends it below the goal line. Taken inside of the trapezoid, Erie takes it back. Malcolm Spence with it. Spence up the ice. Here's Cohen. Cohen, lead feed forward for Kyrou. Kyrou takes a body on net of Denoza, and he'll freeze it with 5th scheduled and short notice rescheduled Monday night. The Erie Otters will certainly hope to give the fans in attendance something to look forward to, especially with so many great games ahead for the Erie Otters here on home ice. Terrance. Move down for Spence, back for Kyrou, down for Cohen, in front for Alboim. And it just bounces too wide. Back inside of the defensive end, now in through neutral ice. Here come the 6 face-off in the right circle. Shot 7-0, and an unintentional ad for Circle K, I suppose, as I'm holding the coffee mug. Caleb Smith will lead this one forward. Back below the goal line it goes as it finds its way into the wide corner for Sam Alfano. Alfano back to the blue line, and that initial shot being blocked as Spencer Sova tried to get it through. Alfano with it, back behind. Alfano, he goes down onto the ice. 11:15 left to go in the first period. Otters battling for that first shot. Play back to the blue line, dancing down Sova, lost it back at the blue line, and this one comes out thanks to a great effort by Luca Pinelli. Up and out of the zone, here's George Alboim with it. Alboim for Kyrou, who's been known to make some highlight reel goals himself. This one finds its way back in. Back below the goal line, the fans certainly appreciate that from number 9. Here's Luca Pinelli back in, bottom of the left circle, finding its way back behind. Over to the left wing side again, shot in and taken away by Erie for a moment. Smith battling for it, and back in the near corner it goes. 7:30 left to go in the first period. Top of the right circle, dancing around, low slot opportunity shot, and they score. Anthony Coe in the first period. Alboim will take it back inside of neutral ice. Worked up. Caleb Smith with it. Smith looking for this one back up inside of the neutral zone, finding its way from the left wing side. Shot back in from Frankie Morelli. He'll bounce back below the goal line. Alfano chasing for it. Moved up and out of the zone for Sador. Caleb Smith brings this one back in. Smith, who had missed a number of games for the Erie Otters, good to see him back out. If you are listening to Off the Record, the official podcast of the Erie Otters, you'll hear Captain Cam Morton have some backhanded compliments, but compliments nonetheless for Caleb Smith. He calls him one of the most annoying players he's ever played with, but one of the hardest working guys he's ever seen on the ice, and it's all love. You know, these guys have such a great relationship, and especially between Captain and a guy who we're back in, Colby Saganuk. Lead feed forward, taken back from the right wing side, and below the goal line it goes for Nolan Lalonde. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Up along the boards in front of the Otter bench and now the 67 bench. Cohen not able to get to that one as it's found back by Frankie Morelli. In defensive ice for Jack Mateer. And Mateer will get this one back in front of his goaltender Donoso. 3:55 left to go in the first period. Mateer, lead feed forward down the ice. Nolan Lalonde will come out of the net and send this one down to the neutral zone. Entrance in, delayed offside. Forward it comes. Here's Cohen with it. Cohen off the wide wall, entering back in. Carey Terrance back below the goal line. Terrance pushes it back to the blue line. Morton outside of the left circle, lost that one back, and out of the zone it's going to come here. 67's bring it forward, just a little too far for Luca Pinelli, and it will go down for an icing with 3:26 to go in the first. Face-off, one against the wide wall, and does find its way back onto a 67 stick and Smythe. Out of the zone it comes as Morton blew a tire momentarily. Finding its way back up for Malcolm Spence. Spence bringing it in. Malcolm Spence entering into the offensive end. And a very late whistle for an offside. Found up back to the blue line. Final minute of play in period one. The Otters find themselves down 4-1 on home ice. Jack Mateer back behind. 12-6. Shots are in favor of Ottawa. 4 goals on 12 shots from 4 different goal scorers. Entering back into the offensive end. 2 men to the front of the net. Bouncing away. And that one finds its way back inside of the corner. D pass back to the blue line. Delayed power play due up here for the 67s with 26 seconds left to go. Extra attacker out. Shot. That one blocked. And the logistics plus.
Erie penalty to number 53, Cameron Morton. 2 minutes for holding. Erie penalty to number 15, Christian Cairo. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Cross-checking and holding the penalties, and Erie is down 2 defensemen on the penalty kill. Movement back up. This one played in front. Carey Terrance. He'll send that one to the blue line, but not out. Mateer with it. Mateer shooting in. That one bouncing back behind the net all the way to the blue line. Will stay in from Luca Pinelli, though, as that will do it for first period action from downtown Erie, PA, and we are underway. Back inside of the defensive end, the Ottawa 67s have it played back. Here's Mateer with it. Mateer crossing center, entering into the attacking end as this one finds its way from the right wing side. Bottom of the right circle, moved back by Vincenz Rohr. Rohr passed that one back off near side corner, dancing around to the front of the net, and found back to the bottom of the right side from Tolnay. Tolnay back to Mateer. Mateer, top of the right circle to Pinelli. Pinelli back bottom of the right side to Tolnay. Tolnay back to Pinelli. This one finding its way left wing side. Shot blocked, and that one found back against the wide boards. 1:05 left to go on the 5-on-3 shot. That one off of the side of the net and collected back from the right wing side by Vincenz Rohr. Rohr put it in front. What a save for Lalonde, and down the ice, a clearing effort. That's more the left circle. Cohen mid-slot shooting, and that one bouncing back near corner. So Lalonde's day is done, and Downey comes to try and play cleanup. Inside of the near corner. Brissett looking after it. 17:30 left to go in the second period. Inside of the trapezoid, this one moved up left wing side. After it is Brissett. Brissett back behind, moved up left wing side. Here's Sova after it. Sova lost that one back. Entrance in for Luca Pinelli. Pinelli, that one being kicked around, and the Otters get it back. Here come the Otters entering into the offensive end. Cohen right wing side, back for Spence below the goal line. Taken back by Cohen. Cohen avoiding a stick check, gets it back to Alboim. Alboim, top of the right circle. Spence reeled it in, back for Alboim. Alboim shot sailing, and that one taken top of the right circle by Pinelli and co. Out of the zone it'll go, bouncing off of the frame of Alboim. Good hold for number 14. And this one will find its way back in right wing side as it's brought in by Yules. Finding its way back near corner, offensive end for the 67s. Corral back to the blue line. Worked down by ahead is the call against Brady Stonehouse, and the Otters look to get things going offensively. Up a man. Movement back in. Tripping on the puck was Brett Brissett. He looked after it but wasn't able to find it. And down the ice it goes for a clearing effort. 14-14 left to go in period two. The Otters with a possession inside of their defensive end as they get it to the blue line, and it does find its way out of the zone. Kicked around, Brett Brissett looking after it. Taken back by Sova. Erie 200 feet in the other direction is their goal as they find themselves pinned back in their defensive end. 13:50 left to go. Moving forward, here's Christian Kyrou. Kyrou back in, right wing side, entrance in. Erie, 8 days off, you shake off the rust in the first period, and the Otters are back, baby. Still 2 minutes of power play time left to go as the double minor pays the favor of Erie. Why not? 2 for 2 on the power play. Make that 8 for 24. In the last few games, Erie looks to do it again. You'll take the advantages where you can get them, and if you're going to get man advantages, you'll really take them. Sova and Kyrou on the goal for Brett Brissett. Finding its way back in from the right wing side, here's Luca Pinelli. Play at the blue line, shot up into the air, blocked in front, and down the ice. 7:30 to go in the second. 4-3 lead in favor of the 67s, the Otter penalty killers, the Logistics Plus Otter penalty killers, hoping to give the team some more momentum here in the second half of the game. Down the ice it'll go, and a bouncing puck for a clear. Erie battling forward below the goal line. Who else but Kerry Terrance? Nice to see Terrance finally get rewarded for the work that he puts in. A power play goal earlier in this period as it comes. Face off right circle. .627 left to go in period 2. Shot bouncing off of a block from the face-off win. Erie will look for this one inside of their offensive end as it's moved up and out from the right wing side. Here come the 67s. Costantini, top of the right circle. Couple of bodies go down. And a DDD pass from Vincenz Rohr finds its way back to him. Erie trying to force a turnover. Rohr will come back out. Erie looking for it. Rohr with it. Rohr moving his way in, hits it off the wide wall. Back below the goal line it'll go. Found inside of the trapezoid, bottom of the right circle. Here's Pinelli. Pinelli back to the blue line. And out of the zone it'll come with 5:45 to go in the second period. 3 unanswered goals for the Erie Otters, and we have got a 4-4 game. Back below the goal line. Spencer Sova with his, third point of the night, so his streak being a little bit more. Give Mr. Spencer Sova in his last 9 games 7 goals and 6 assists for 13 points. This is a defenseman. Brett Brissett will get a point. And Christian Kyrou always finds a way to get his as well. Kyrou with his second point for Independence Day or something, because it was all Ottawa in period 1. Well, the Otters just have to close out this period doing what they've done this whole period, which is frankly control it. Spencer Sova losing his footing, turning it over, taking up high slot. Downey watches as that one sails wide. 1:15 left to go in the second period. Erie looking for it, bouncing back behind. Erie got back into this game thanks to 3 power play goals, and Downey will hold on to this one with 1:07. 19:05 left to go in the third. Or 19:05 left to go in general. Moved up left wing side in front of the net, and over the top of the net it'll go. Finding its way to the blue line, Kyrou back for Sova. 15 seconds to go. Sova rips the shot and bouncing back behind. 18:50 left here. Delayed power play due up. And we forward. One back below the goal line. Reeled back in by Elias Cohen. The Otters break out. Now shorthanded. Toward the front of the net of Donoso. They lead it in this one. They're looking to put it away. Here come the 67s crossing through center. Entrance in from the right wing side. Left at the blue line as Cohen tries to get after it. 18:15 left to go in the third period. Shots 22-21 in favor of Erie. An absolutely dominant second period is the difference maker in this one. No goals since 17:57 in the first for the Ottawa 67s. Top of the left circle, played back, high slot, right wing side, block in front, and Kyle Downey's got the save. Face off right circle. Carey Terrance. Big shot left wing side, and that one stopped off of the Mateer shot. Toward the blue line, and they'll say held in. It won't matter as Brett Brissett brings it out. And Brissett leads it back in the defensive end. Final minute of the penalty. Bouncing puck back below the goal line. Moved up. Here's Tolnay. Tolnay up and in for Pinelli. Luca Pinelli, top of the right circle. Shot back behind. Finding its way out left wing side. Tolnay waiting for it. This one finding its way back up to the blue line. Moved around by Mateer. Worked over for Tolnay. Shot. That one smacked away and sent out of the zone by Cuns. Rooting on the Otters here. They know what's at stake in this one. Kyrou, entrance in left wing side, sent back behind, Kyrou with it. Kyrou, bottom of the right circle, he's being all pinned up. Saganook after it. Saganook, Gilmartin tries to take it. 15:15 to go, 1:18 left to go on the William T. Spader power play for the Otters. They've struck 3 times tonight. They're playing kick the biscuit in the wide corner. And no movement will eventually result in a whistle being blown. Bounce works its way forward, and jumping on top of the back of Spence was a 67 player. 13:50 left to go in the third. Down the ice it goes. Kyrou sends that one back out. Pinelli will enter in. Pinelli sidesteps a check, loses the puck though. Back to the blue line it'll go. 13:37, skate to stick for Smythe. Over right wing side, shot in, Downey with a save. Alfano leads that one toward the blue line, can't get it out of the zone, rang around back behind. Vincennes Roar, centering opportunity, taken away, back behind as the Otters look for it. Alfano and, well, frankly, everybody jumping in after it. Shot in front, the Otters get it back. Here's Sador. Sador will eat up some minutes as he sends this one down. Sador throwing a check, Smythe gets it, Mateer's got it. Mateer up the ice, bouncing puck, the Otters corral it back in. Caleb Smith, top of the right circle, shot it to the moon and out of play. 12. Swept at. Brissett can't lead it out. Stonehouse shooting and toward the East End meeting rooms with helping give new life to the Otters. And behind it they have scored 4 unanswered goals and looking to make it 5 or at least hold on to this for a big W. Out of the zone it'll come for Carey Terrance. Terrance chases this one down, finding it below the goal line. Terrance swept it back behind. Morton waiting at the blue line with Kyrou. Alfano trying to take away. Alfano, Spence able to do so. Terrance waiting in front and a little too far for number 10. Back along the near boards, Cooper Foster with it. Pinelli, lead feed forward. Morton, step by step with him, and what a defensive play for the captain. Lifts the man off of the puck, follows him every step of the way. Morelli threw that shot on net, sent aside by Downey. Morelli, he'll try it again, blocked in front. Morelli, he'll try it again. Back behind it'll go, and that one hit off of the knob of the stick of Downey. 10:10 left to go in the third period. Play to the blue line. Morelli, he's got the puck one more time. Morelli shot, bouncing into the blue paint and set aside by the Otter defense. Out of the zone it comes now. Terrance, he'll come off. Defensive end, Saganook. Saganook, that was some good salsa dancing as he brings it in, and now Brissett helps forward. Gilmartin. Pinelli instead will take it the other way for the 67s. Pinelli, movement back down to Cooper Foster. And out of the zone it'll come as Smythe goes after it. 8:20 left to go in the third period. 5-4 lead in favor of the Otters. Hit off of the shoulder pads of Liam Gilmartin. Smythe brings it in. Smythe, left wing side, shot saved in front, and that one sent down the ice. 8:02 left to go. 5-4, the Otters lead it. No goals in this third period for either side. Malcolm Spence had it, lost it, and he'll look for it back in center ice. He's got it. Spence. Below the goal line it'll go as this one's rang back inside of the near corner. Alboim at the blue line. DDD pass for Silva. Silva's shot and a good save for Denos. Gilmartin both have goals tonight. And in fact, the 5 players out there so far have combined for 4 of the goals. This one shot in over the top of the net from Silva. Sauter holds it in. Sauter sends it back behind. Gilmartin looking after it. Gilmartin. That one played toward the blue line. Up and out of the zone it'll come. Entrance in. Here's Cooper Foster. That one sent back behind. Gilmartin to Silva. Cooper Foster with it. 5:10 to go in the third period. Finding its way near wall. Saganook sends it out of the zone. Gilmartin keeps it going forward. Gilmartin hits. Stick flies out of his hand. He grabs his knee and he is wincing back toward the bench. 4:55 to go. He'll come out. Entering in left wing side. Luca Pinelli. Sador trying to force a turnover. Caleb Smith back there with them. Silva. Looks like he's calling for a change. He can't get off just yet though. Foster. Play to the blue line and an offside with goal. Face off one. Shot back in near corner. Erie will send this one back out inside of the defensive end of the 67s. Morelli with it. Morelli up on the left wing side. Head down. Entrance in. Bottom of the left circle. Save Downey. A little too close for comforts. No goals since 17 minutes and 27 seconds into period number 2. Finding its way back off the near wall. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Top of the right circle. Spence after it, and a bouncing puck out of the zone. Erie will look for this one back in neutral ice, but racing it in from the right wing side. Hit up high. Spence bullying his man, and it finds its way back down as Vincenz Rohr just had the wrath of a silver medalist. Alfano, lead feet up, right in front, save, no goal. Well, not easily. This was a very similar situation to the one that this team was in last night in Mississauga. The Otters have got to close it out here. They've got to take advantage of the empty net. Play up, Mateer, right wing side, it'll go, shot blocked, finding its way to stay inside as it hits the tippy top of the glass back behind. 70 seconds left to go. 5-4, the Otters lead it. Erie leads it up and out. Here's Brett Brissett. Brissett losing that one back. Kairu's got it. Kairu leads it in. Kairu missing the open net. Brissett missing the open net. Finding its way back for Kairu. Here's Morton. Morton shot blocked in front. Back inside of the near corner it goes. 45 seconds left to go. 4 opportunities on a wide open net and nobody can convert for the Otters. 38 seconds left to go. Bouncing puck. This one taken back. Morton will put it up in the air. Flapjack inside of the corner. Does it have enough to go for an icing? They'll say yes. Erie's got to close it. Face off. One back. Big win. Liam Gilmartin racing up. He'll collect this one. Try and clear it out of the zone. Unable to do so. Finally, it comes out of the zone. Here they come. 15 seconds left. Carey Terrance. And sing the goal song. The Otters